I think one thing that millionaires, parents, kids, whoever, really, just anybody from any background or any ethnicity, regardless of however much you actually have, you'll never have this one thing, and that is actually enough. Throughout my life, how I've progressed, and my lifestyle has gotten better, and I've gotten more money, promotions and whatnot. One thing that I absolutely always feel is that I don't have enough. I'm never satisfied. And you might be satisfied, or I might be satisfied for like a very small period of time, the luxuries of life, but then you kind of start wanting to chase another goal. You kind of start wanting to chase like another luxury. You can never just be satisfied with the Toyota that you've been driving, even though it's been driving really well and it's brand new or whatever. You want to upgrade to, like, I don't know, like a Lexus or an Acura, and then once you get that Lexus, then you want to upgrade to a Mercedes, and then from Mercedes you want to upgrade to whatever, like a Porsche or whatever. And the answer is that regardless of however much money that you actually can get, there's only a very handful of people across the world that can actually have enough. You see this a lot with very different people of like all walks of life, essentially, especially in like anything related to money. You'll see that somebody becomes a multi-millionaire, making money in the hundreds of millions of dollars. They never just stop. They never just like, yeah, I think I'm done. It's deuces. I think I have enough to live off of. I think I have enough that my generations can be fed for a really long time. It's always like, okay, well, how can I make more money? And this is not me attacking like the competitive aspect of it all, but this is just me attacking something innate within us that we're always chasing the next thing and we just never end up having enough. Um, your goals are always going to get bigger and bigger because man's appetite for money, for lust, for food never dies. Like, these are just things that keep on growing and growing. Like, imagine your stomach. If you are used to eating a very small portion of food, then your stomach actually shrinks. And the more you start to eat, maybe you'll eat like 2 bites of food more every single day, but your stomach is going to expand accordingly. And that is the appetite of man as well, just in general. Like, you're never going to be satisfied and you're never going to have enough until you actually make yourself have enough. And I've always wondered, how do people exactly have enough? Because I struggle with that as well. Like, I feel like I can just never get enough things, enough experiences, enough moments of my life, and I have honestly no answer, but it's something that we all struggle with. And it's just so something hardwired in our brain. Like, we look around on the internet, we look around on TV, and we see like the next big thing coming out every single year. We have a new iPhone model coming out, a new Samsung Galaxy model coming out, a new car model coming out. You have like the latest and greatest of things of all time. And how is what you have not supposed to feel old? I feel like by design you're kind of playing a very losing game in the first place, and the reality is that it is a very losing game. It's like you're down 20 points going into the fourth quarter in a basketball game, and you're just expected to play and win somehow. And that's when all the odds are stacked against you, and that's when you kind of need to make the best of whatever you have. And since it's so hardwired in our brain, it's something that's very hard to let go of. I do think that there's somewhat of a threshold, though. That the threshold of enough should just be like a little bit of comfort living, like basically just making sure that you have your bills paid, and also just a little bit of, money that is left over for emergencies, and potentially even, going out and kind of just enjoying the little luxuries of life, which have now really just become necessities because of lifestyle creep. And I don't think a lot of people are ever going to have enough. They could have the world, but I don't think that they're ever going to have enough. And that really just comes down to the state of our heart, the state of our mind as well. And if we don't change that, then we're going to fall victim to this as well. We're always going to be chasing the next big thing. And that next big thing is not going to make you happy, because by the time you obtain that next big thing, the other big thing is going to happen. The other big thing is going to come out as well. By the time, you even get used to the car that you're driving, the next year's model is going to come out, so you're going to want that. And then you're just going to move heaven and earth to get to that position, and you'll quickly realize that none of it actually matters. None of it makes you happy. None of it fixes any of the problems that you have inside of your soul. Anyways, I hope you liked this episode. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This was episode number 106 of the Daily Lesson Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.